Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. Today is Friday, October 17th. We got two MLB games. We got a pretty decent slate for college football. Obviously, we have NHL as well. Recap of yesterday, another great day. Believe 8 slips were put out. We hit 6 of 8. Another profit day, 3 days in a row. Hopefully, we make it a fourth. Today should be a Flex Friday protected play, but Price Specs killed that over a month ago. So if you go to promotions tab, we have a payout boost today. So let's get started. We're going to head on over to college football first. Still working on my personal Flex Friday slate, but it's going to be a combination of college football. I might throw in NHL, one or two props, and an MLB prop. Most likely I'll be running a 5-man, max out my promotion. We'll have a couple gobbies, but I want to mention a couple for college football. And unfortunately, one of the props I like is on the popular tab, and that is Cooper Ranvier. And that is his 5.5. I think this is going to get bumped to 6. This is the primetime game here, Louisville against Miami. Miami's obviously ranked. Louisville is a great team. Last season, they almost scored nearly 100 points between these two teams. I believe the score was 54 to 45. But obviously, both teams have different quarterbacks. The point ratio is still high up there, but it should definitely be less than 100 points than last season. So for Cooper, kicking points, or since we have that payout boost, you can take his field goals, which you can get it at a Gobby at a 0.5. So either or, I think they both cash. Fortunately, Cooper, he is a number one popular tab, which I don't like. But in this matchup against Miami, thinking it's going to be a high-scoring game, this is a good prop, 5.5. Field goals made, I think that's a free prop, to be honest. Next up, we're going to go to passing yards, and my favorite one on the board is Miller Moss. Unfortunately, they had a Gobby at 174.5. That was my play of the day, and they took it off. So 199 is it. I think he's going to eclipse 300 yards against Miami. So you got 224, and then you got the regular line at 256.5. But we have the payout boost, so I will take his 199.5. Brings me to my next prop, and that is Dylan Raiola. And for him, I do like his passing touchdown best. Unfortunately, it turned it into a Gobby. But I have him getting about 3-4 touchdowns against Minnesota. Should be a good game, another high-scoring game. But I do like his passing touchdowns. DG Fantasy has him at a 53% hit rate to go over. And then we're going to head on over to receiving yards. And one sneaky pick. CJ Daniels is in there. I like him. You can take any of his gobbies. And then the sneaky pick that I like for is Javon Tracy, 32.5. This is pretty low for him. He's been averaging well over 40 yards. So I'll take him in this matchup. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game, so Javon Tracy should get plenty of touches. So 32.5, I expect that to get bumped to 35, maybe 36. And that's pretty much it. I do like that Louisville and Miami game. I think it's going to cash. I think all the props will cash, especially if it becomes a high-scoring game. With CJ Daniels, Javon Tracy. Let me give you one more on a different game, and that's going to be Mason Meany. Receiving yards. And for him, I think his Gobby is best. 29.5. So let's head on over to MLB. And we're going to go straight to Hits Allowed. Hits Allowed has been a cash cow for us. We had obviously picked Tyler Glasnow yesterday, cash. Max Scherzer, I mentioned about his pitching outs. I told you it was way too low. Pitched almost nearly 6 innings. He eclipsed that 11 pitching outs yesterday. Today, for Hits Allowed, Bryce Miller. Let's clear the board real quick. The Blue Jays bats have woken up. He only allowed 2 hits in that first. They're definitely going to tag him this time. His earned runs is high on DG Fantasy at a 52.8% hit rate to go over. He's actually at 1.5, so they did lower him. So you can take his 0.5. I prefer his hits allowed at 2.5. We haven't missed on the hits allowed, so 2.5. Bryce Miller, definitely taking that. Shohei Ohtani, I'm intrigued at the 2.5. Same thing with Kevin Gausman, 2.5. I do like Kevin Gausman better. As far as Ohtani, I prefer his pitcher strikeouts. I believe the Brewers have not seen him pitched. So at 4.5, I mean, every starter for the Dodgers thus far has gotten more than 6 strikeouts against the Brewers in this 3-game set. So Ohtani just has nasty stuff. So 4.5, definitely can get that. And I do think the Dodgers do sweep the Brewers. Brewers had a good season, but they just ran into a team that is just straight hot, healthy, and just a juggernaut. So Shohei Ohtani, 4.5. I think he leads them back to the World Series. Has about 7, 8 strikeouts, pitches 5, maybe 6 strong. I think he pitches 6 strong. Allows maybe 1 earned run, but he gets definitely the 5 strikeouts. Bryce Miller at 1.5. I like it. But like I mentioned, best prop for Bryce Miller is his hits allowed at 2.5. More than his pitcher strikeouts. Kevin Gausman, unfortunately, they don't have a 3.5. He had 5 strikeouts in the first game. Pitched very well against, I think it was a 3-1 score in that game 1. I think Kevin Gausman redeems himself. This one should go down to the bullpen. I think both of them pitch well, but I do think the Blue Jays edge them by a run. The Mariners bats need to wake up, which let's head on over to hits, runs, and RBI. And Vladimir Guerrero is just a straight beast right now, so I will be taking him. You can take any of his gobbies. Cal Raleigh, I do like him. He has a 400 average against Kevin Gausman. Last time, game 1, he hit a home run off of him. I do think he gets a couple hits, maybe an RBI or 2. But Cal Raleigh, I like him in this spot. And Vladimir Guerrero, both power hitters, both their respective starts for the respective teams. So I'll be taking those 2. And then NHL, I haven't really looked into NHL. I do have a couple props that I do have in mind. Ryan Hartman is one of them. And he's probably my favorite gobby for NHL. So if you need a gobby for NHL, Ryan Hartman is my favorite one on the board. So mix and match. Pick your favorite. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate your support. Use gobbies today. You have that payout boost. It's a 40% payout boost. Use a couple gobbies. Build your bankroll. Tomorrow, obviously, we have a full slate of college football. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support. Let's make it 4 days in a row, and see you guys in the next one.